Hi everybody! So in my past videos, or just in general, I've kind of talked a lot about my affinity for internet horror, and more specifically old creepypasta or creepypasta adjacent games. And because I don't think I'll have a chance to really talk about any of these like on their own in a while, and because, you know, it's Halloween, I thought I'd just make an unscripted kind of yap video about all these. A lot of ones that I remember playing, and a lot of ones that I wanted to play for the first time, or ones that I kind of watched people play and had an interest in. So yeah, because I don't have the time, some of these I didn't actually play through, and I'm mostly just judging purely based on vibes or nostalgia or whatever, so keep that in mind. This is unscripted. This is like, well, it's not like completely unguided. I have bullet points to go off of, but it might not be everyone's thing. People have told me how I talk unscripted and how it's kind of fucking unbearable, but you know, if you want to just have this open while you do some shit, because I'm not putting that much effort into the visuals for this, you can do that. And yeah, you just listen to me. And just for added funsies, I decided to put everything on a tier list, just to kind of quantify my thoughts on something into just something that's easy. And yeah, that's kind of it. Enjoy the freaking video. So I think I'm going to start this list off with Mario in the Music Box. I think out of every game on this list, this is the one that kind of takes itself the most serious. There is like absolutely no funny business going on in Mario in the Music Box. And because of that, this game kind of has such an insane aura to it. There's lots to love about these kinds of games that embrace a slightly sillier side, but how dramatic this one is, I find so endearing, and there's few others on here that really feel similar. There's so many times where characters will like break out into tears and start screaming, or they start like going insane, and it's so funny how half the time it's happening to just like regular ass Mario and Luigi. The atmosphere for the game, I think it's good. It kind of has the look of like stock RPG Maker assets, but edited and refined and put in a more like controlled way by the people making it, and not just like completely stock and like, you know, as they are. And it gives it like a distinctly RPG Maker look while still having a Mario in the Music Box look. You feel what I'm saying? But the most unfortunate thing is that the gameplay does not kind of match the intensity of the game, and how kind of seriously it takes itself, and how like genuinely high quality a lot of the stuff going into this game is. The puzzles are my biggest qualm. I don't like them that much. They're all really, really easy, and usually just spell out what you're supposed to do in just written text. Like one puzzle near the beginning where you have to find the birthday of somebody in the mansion and put it into the vault, right? So you're in this giant ass library when you do this, and the answer for this puzzle is just written out in one little like diary in the corner. And the whole time I was just thinking, like, why not make it so you have to poke around more in this library and into diary entries to like triangulate where her birthday is, taking it from various sources and coming to like a final conclusion. Not only would that make a more interesting puzzle, but it would also create a more organic way of taking in the story and personal lives of the people who died in the mansion. The way it's just kind of written out here feels really unnatural, and makes the mansion itself feel way less hostile, weirdly enough. Like everything's just being served straight to you, and there's no real struggle or like mystery. And that sort of feeling stays very prevalent throughout most of the game, unfortunately. The puzzles don't need to be crazy, but these ones where you just kind of read one or two things that just tell you what to do, and you don't really have to think at all, are just so like boring, and I don't like them. Not all puzzles felt like that. The one where you mirror the room I thought was pretty cute, and the mushroom one where it was really memorable because I thought that dark red mushroom in the middle was like the correct one the little mushroom guide was talking about, and when I gave it to Mario and his head just like completely exploded for no reason, caught me so off guard. But to add on top of this, my game literally soft locked during that mirror puzzle, and I literally couldn't go forward anywhere. I looked it up, I did the puzzle correctly, it just wouldn't let me go forward, and it kind of just killed all my motivation to continue with the game, unfortunately, which sucks because like 10 minutes before the ending. So I just watched the ending I would have gotten, and it's satisfied enough. You know, it's fine. The story itself isn't the most interesting ever, but it's not like terrible, so it's whatever. In terms of pure aura, I love this game, but I don't think it can be put any higher than like a high B tier, because I feel like it could have been a lot better, but it's not like what we have is like super like dog shit, you know? Yeah, I'll put it a B. Okay, so the Luna games are next, like the original like 2D ones. I just put these on here because like because I played Luna Game 3D and I was like, there's probably like, these are probably interesting, you know, I'll just put them on here and play them. And I didn't even know what to expect going into these. And a big thing that I told myself before going to this is I didn't want any of those like fake virus creepypasta games, because like it's not real obviously, but I don't want to fucking deal with that shit, you know. Like that's why there's not many bend drowned games on here, because practically all those were like basically that. And these games aren't like, they're not virus games, but they are just kind of meant to fuck with like your computer, kind of. You just can't like close them at all, and you can't do anything aside from play them. And I generally thought my computer was like fucked. Like I was like, these like can my computer just not run these old ass games? Like, is my shit decimated now? But no, it was just like the game. So I guess I got thoroughly, like, I was freaked the fuck out, honestly. But yeah, so I played the first 3 and then I decided like it's whatever. Like it's just walk and then screamer and then wait for the game to close itself. Yeah, the art style itself is pretty charming actually. They're kind of silly looking. But that's kind of it. Like I just put these in here like to fill, or not to fill, just because like I thought they'd be interesting, but they just weren't, and I'm just gonna put them in D tier, I guess. Anyways, while we're on the topic of Luna Game, I think I'll just go over Flutter Island next. 1 and 2, and I guess Apples Everywhere, I guess. But I'm just gonna count the whole series as one thing. So I played the first one. I realized it did the thing where you couldn't close it. I finished it and then just watched my goat TheGameSalmon play the rest of them, because as much as I've come around to the idea of playing ones that fuck with your computer more, not being able to close it scares me too much. I can't put all my trust in the coding of these games to not just like soft lock me, and like, yeah, I just don't want to deal with that. But I actually really do like the Flutter Island games more so than I thought I would. Visually, they're a lot more involved, and they're actually kind of pretty in a way only asset rip creepypasta games could be. And I think like it just looks really cute. It's really charming and sweet. And on top of that, like the horror in this one is just like actually not even that bad. Specifically in the second one. The first one's pretty boring, but the second one I actually do like a lot. The portrait of Fluttershy decaying alongside her little sprite and the game reopening after you beat it to address you directly is actually really neat. I think Flutter Island mainly goes to show how EXE games like this can do anything more than just screamers for their horror, and it'll probably send a tear down my cheek and make me give a standing ovation. The Luna games were just shit from a butt, so I didn't have much good to go off, but I actually do thoroughly like the Flutter Island games, and I've come around more to, I guess, the classic style EXE games. I'm still not playing any more of them though, fuck that shit, B tier. So next up is Breaking the Magic. This is an exciting one. So first of all, I need to give my shout out to the next genius. You know, fucking grew up on him or whatever. And he was what kind of introduced me to him, and I kind of just associate this with him. Like, the two don't really exist independently for me. So yeah, I really like how this game looks. Like, it captures that like early era amateur FNAF like fan game, like crusty ass gross models that look terrible, but they're like also kind of like raw and like genuinely kind of a little bit eerie and a little bit creepy. But like, yeah, and like in the office area with like it's like this fucking black void just like encompassing the entire thing. Like you're just in the middle, like you're literally in the middle of nowhere right now. Like the modeling style, the color palette cameras, like with the really harsh like red static, that shit is like, I love it. It's like nightmarish. It's like really weirdly fever dreamy, and I really fucking like it. Like genuinely, I don't really know how to describe it, because before that, like, I don't know. I just think this game has a really interesting visual style and identity, and it's really cool. I love how this game looks. And mechanically speaking, it's not like the most intense thing ever, but it's like, I'm usually kind of picky with that shit, and I am like not super invested in the gameplay of this game, but it is saved by like one of my favorite like aesthetics of any like of these early creepypasta. Like genuinely, if I was like ranking these purely based on like how they looked, this shit would be S fucking 5 million S tier. I love this one so much. and it's super nostalgic. Obviously, this is one of the ones that I have the biggest attachment to. I loved it as a kid. I think it kind of brought out my love for really kind of weird FNAF fan games like this that were like super niche and weird. Yeah. So I hold it very, very dear to my little bunny heart. I love it. Okay, next up we're going to be talking about Art of Animation, the sequel to Breaking the Magic. I'm just going to go in order with them of the series because I at least have the first 4. I might add more later, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, Art of Animation is, first of all, probably one of the most busted games I've ever played. Like, this shit just didn't work. And it's crazy because it's like a gigabyte big. Like, where did all that space go? Because this game like looks like it's 60 megabytes. Like, I don't understand. It's whatever though. I'm actually gonna play some clips of me playing it because they just speak for themselves, honestly. I'm just in a different part of the game now. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. It's like so like not right. To the super hell. Oh my god, it did something this time. Oh my god. Oh. That is not even scary. Night 4? Bro, I was on night 2 like a second ago. Okay, I guess I skipped to night 4. Let's go. This game is beyond dysfunctional, bro. What the fuck? Did I hit like a dev key? I had to have, bro. I was pressing every button on my keyboard. Yeah, the gameplay of this is like, it's kind of just hard to get around because it doesn't even tell you what to do ever. There's no tutorial screen, and like I tried to watch some videos to know what's happening. It is just completely incomprehensible, and these games like aren't big enough to have wiki pages for them. The game kind of just doesn't tell you what to do at all ever. Like, there's no tutorial, there's no phone call, there's not even really like text after you die telling you what to do. You are just dropped into the game, and that did to like probably one of the scariest night 1s I've like ever played. Like, the noise of this game and just like what the fuck is happening, like it was honestly kind of terrifying. Yeah, it's like this game is completely incomprehensible. I tried watching a video to know what to do, no clue. Like literally what, like, and also there's this mechanic where you have to press space to put down a lens so you can actually see the characters because you can't see them, and that also added to how just like incomprehensible it was on the first night, and like how scared I was. But like this mechanic is so dumb because there's no point to not have the lens up whenever you're out of it, and like it stays on when you're in the camera, so it's literally just no point of just putting the lens on at the beginning of the night and just keeping it on. Like, it is just like so worthless and like whatever. But yeah, so that's like the main mechanic of the game. I would comment more on the gameplay, but like I didn't even finish this game. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to. Aesthetically though, I really like this game, similarly to Breaking the Magic. Not kind of as much, but it's still cool. Like, you're in this like big giant ass like kind of whimsical silly castle, but it has like spikes and like death pits, and there's this like big ass cartoony gears, and like it's kind of interesting because it keeps like this distinctly Disney identity and like fantasy like identity and its like vibe, but it like kind of, you know, it's like edgy and like with like blood spikes and shit, and like I like that a lot. Like it's kind of like maybe why I like these games so much, is that kind of like combination of things, of like such distinct vibes, or at least just these fan games in particular. That's kind of why I like them a lot. It's interesting though, because a lot of the time games like these won't try and incorporate the vibe and like identity of the original IP or game or show they're taking from in like the parts that are supposed to be scary. Usually those are completely separate from each other, or like the original identity just isn't even in them at all. And that also in and of itself is kind of interesting and endearing, the way these characters are kind of just plopped into this like fucking like they're not supposed to be here kind of way, and that's kind of, you know, that's charming and fun. But there's something real kind of special about the way these Breaking the Magic games kind of try and incorporate more like fantasy, more like goofy, cartoony stuff in the parts that are supposed to be scary, because I didn't really realize it until now, but like that's kind of not something that they do a lot of the time. Usually it's separate, and I think that's interesting. And yeah, I forgot to mention it, but the camera makes like a sparkle sound whenever you open it up. Like it's like whimsical. It's like it's fantasy land. Art of animation is the biggest headache I've ever been given by a game, but also I kind of love it for that, and it is so like insane and stupid. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. It doesn't go any higher because like what the fuck, but it's going to B tier. Okay, on to sketches. So sketches is buns. Sketch Donald in the office. Press K to kick the Are we fucking for real? Who's Sketch Goofy? I'm seeing it. What? What? Hold on. Wait, what the? What? Okay. What the fuck is happening? Look at this wiki page. They just put a laughing emoji. What does he do, bro? First appearance in extras, species dog, color red. Aesthetically, it just has none of the charm from the first two. It goes for like a more like industrial, like kind of factorial vibe, which it's just so bland, and it's not like as interesting or captivating as the first two games and kind of how they looked and, you know, all that. It's just like so boring to look at, and I don't care. But the main thing is that Sketches is literally one of the most lousily designed games I've ever played in my entire life. It is so bad. Like, I don't want to sound like crazy because I'm getting mad over a Creepypasta game, but like legit, this shit is like, this gameplay is awful. Like, it is not well made. Like watching it and like in the moment while you're playing, it may seem like a lot is happening because like you're pushing a lot of buttons and like you see your view is switching all the time, but like there is nothing to this game. It's so piss easy. Every character gets introduced on night 2 of 5, which is the most, like, that is unreal. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? And like characters would legit, I feel like they stopped attacking at like 3. Like some of them just never showed up again after like the first few. It is so weird, and so much of this game just like exists to purely exist. Like one of the only one camera is used ever. It's cam 5. The lens from art animation returns, but you can see every character you need to see without it. So like, what is the point of the lens even being in the game? I don't understand. And it's like, what am I playing? And it doesn't tell you what to do ever. It just drops you in. It's like, and like, it's crazy how much it downgraded. Because like Breaking the Magic art of animation, I can tolerate them because I really like how they look, and it's not like the gameplay is like horrible. Well, for art of animation, I couldn't even comprehend it, but like Sketches, there's not really anything to like about Sketches. It's D tier for me. I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna jump in because this part is mainly fueled a lot by me playing art of animation and Sketches back to back, and not on a particularly good day either. And I was kind of really pissed at these games. I still think Sketches is D tier. I don't really like it, but I don't want to come across like evil McFucking evil pants. Okay, I just don't like the game that much. So next up is Silent Ponyville. This is what I was extremely excited for because conceptually it's like fucking exactly my shit. Like some like MLP creepypasta combined with Silent Hill formula and like vibe or whatever. Like I was like, holy shit, this is so deep, this is so interesting. And I was kind of Like, I was really hoping it would be good. Like, I knew it was gonna be dog shit because I watched the video about it. That like I watched Frommy's video on it, and that's what introduced me to it. And like I was like, I know this is gonna be like not good at all, but like I'm just gonna hold on to the hope. And it's not like completely terrible. Like visually, I really like how it looks. Like Pinkie Pie's stupid looking model is like so cute and like dumb. I really like how it looks. It's really cute. And there's like a genuine kind of atmosphere. Like it is pretty spooky. Like it's definitely scarier than some shit like Luna Game or like Luna Game 3D even. And then there's like a specific song. It's probably just like a free sample loop, honestly, but I think it adds a lot to it, honestly. But like, oh my god, it's so fucking unfortunate what happened to this game. If you don't know like the lore, you can watch the video, but like this shit was just not going well. Like cooperation between the two people making it, and it just ended up like so like confusing and just awful. And it's just like I can't really put it any higher than like C tier, which like I do really like how it looks. I think it has a really solid like foundation, but like oh my god, if this shit was actually finished and like competently made, like I would love it. I would be like literally biting into this shit and eating it. I would love it so much, but like unfortunately, like it's so much potential for something, and it just ended up not going really anywhere, and it's unfortunate. So that's kind of mostly why it gets a C tier. Alright, now we're moving on to freaking Lomando.com. Yay! This is another one I have a big connection to. Scared the hell out of me when I was little. Like this was the scariest thing, probably the most scared I've ever been by something like post second grade. You know what I'm saying? This game freaked me out so bad. And just like looking at it now, it's like so interesting because Lomando is obviously trying to be scary, like fucking obviously, but like at the same time it also has this kind of like light, like it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I think is really interesting. Like some of the screamer sounds are just so goddamn goofy, and like there's like boss fights, like it like is really, it's like really interesting. But like damn, the art style on this is like so like gross and rough. It's raw. Shit's raw. And like nothing, I don't know anything else that really looks like it. I like am dying to know. I was like, ever since I saw it, I've been like clamoring for some shit that looks like how Lomando does, like with its weird ass texturing, you know, it's the texturing, how everything looks like it feels, you know, the way they go about that. It's like, oh my god, it's so weird looking. I don't know. The like minecart ride part is like one of the, I like love how it looks. It's so like, it's so fucking weird. Like I'm just explaining this so bad. This is why I should have wrote a script for this. But anyways, yeah, that's it. It's such a like unique, weird game. Has that like flash, like point and click, weird, gross like aura to it, and I just kind of, I really like it. I put it in A tier. I fucking love Lomando. Next up, we're gonna be talking about Creepypasta Castle. Oh yeah, this is a pretty important. It's a pretty historic game right here, because if my memory serves correctly, it was one of, if not like the first actual FNAF fan games to ever be made, right? And like it felt so perfect, right? Because like it's Creepypasta and like it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Like I mean, come on, like come on. Okay. Why can't I play Creepypasta Castle? Oh my god. I'm gonna get jump scared. What? Oh. No, I can only play the game for like 3 minutes. No. It's C tier. So next one we're gonna look at is Tales freaking nightmare. This one's a Flash game, an old ass Flash game. I remember playing this one when I was really little. I mentioned it in my 2010s internet video that I played it, and like I don't think I ever beat it, and like I never knew what the game was, and that kind of like mystery around it, it like makes me like it, like added to like the the ethos of like the game, right? And like it's visually it's really charming. Like it kind of rocks also. Like I really like the colors in it. It's really neat looking, and it's like super short. It's like it's cute, short and sweet, short, cute, little thingy boo that I remembered, and I was like, oh yeah, I like played that when I was like when I couldn't even talk. I don't think like that's when I played it, and yeah, it's really stuck in my mind for a while. And yeah, I think I'll put it in B tier. Okay, now we're moving on to Dreamy Rainbow 3D. This is the sequel to Luna Game 3D, which I'm skipping talking about because I made it up like 2 seconds ago. I want to talk about the S tiers last, and that spoils where Luna Game 3D goes, but like if you know me, that's probably not surprising. But yeah, Dreamy Rainbow 3D, it isn't finished, and that's really unfortunate because if this was done, this would be a super contender for like probably one of the best games on this entire list for me. Like, it's so unfortunate, but I understand. Dreamy Rainbow it has a lot more personality and charm that is like more an intentional part of the experience than Luna Game 3D, which a lot of its charm came from unintentional stuff like the campy writing and like terrible grammar and all that. And like it doesn't even feel like a horror game half the time. It's like a legit, like it's like a cartoon episode half the time is what it feels like. Like it has like kind of that writing style and that humor. Like there's an actual sense of humor in this game, and it's like really cute, honestly. It just has this like lighthearted and just like super casual tone to it, and it's like super unique in that way that it still has like the aesthetics and like creepypasta type stuff in it, but it's just like it's just so like goofy, and I really like that. It like makes it stand out so much, and it's like genuinely such like just a fun game to play and like read all this stupid dialogue that's written for the characters. Like it's really fun, and the writing isn't the only thing that got like a boost in that regard. Like the environments too, they keep the core like aesthetic of the Doom GZ Doom engine combined with like RPG Maker textures and whatnot, but it just like makes it so much livelier and like so much more detailed and polished, and it's like it's really cool, you know. I don't know how to describe it. It's really neat. This game is actually split into two. The first 3 chapters are in the classic Doom engine, and the 4th chapter is in an RPG Maker engine that like converts it to 3D. It was very interesting to see like that. I was like kind of like taken aback. You can like look at the stream footage of it. I was like losing my mind a little bit at what was happening. But it's like so disorienting, and it's hard to really do anything in it, and I couldn't really finish chapter 4, which is unfortunate. But yeah, Dreamy Rainbow 3D, I really like this one. It's one of my favorites on this entire list probably, and if it was fully finished, this shit would be top 3 probably. So I'm gonna put it comfortably in A tier, very high A tier. Next up is Slendytubbies 3. Okay. Alright, the main thing with this game in particular is that it is extremely cinematic. Like, first and foremost, it is a story game with emphasis on cutscenes and characters, and it has all these fixed camera shots and whatnot, like while you're playing it, and like dialogue options and whatever, and like, you know, there's a lot of emphasis on that. And when I was a kid, I thought it was like the coolest shit that's ever been made. I was like so obsessed with this game. I loved it, and that gave me kind of big expectations playing it. And I still like it because it's like so absurd what happens in the game, and it takes itself really seriously in a similar vein to Mario and the Music Box. It's very different from that game though, which had a smaller, more contained world that focused more on like characters, and the theatrics of those characters was what made it feel like more serious and intense, I guess. But Slendytubbies 3 is so like over the top with its world and what happens, it's hard not to really find it amusing. I compared Luna Game 3D to it while I was playing it, and it's very truthful because there's like boss fights and shit. There's like a bunch of different game mechanics, and it's like an epic, bro. It's like a Greek epic over here. The game has these 2 boss fights at the end of the game where like you get like these Dark Soul roll dodging mechanics, and it's like the whole military gets involved at the end. It's like it's crazy. I don't know. Like Slendytubbies 3 is like a whole apocalyptic event in universe, and it's so absurd, but I kind of love it. What I don't really love though is how this game kind of designed itself like a AAA handholdy slop factory game. Like they're like quick time events, and a few things you do just kind of feel like a busy work, and just like you'll never not know what you're supposed to do next. Like it's just such an easy game, and it really holds your hand. I kind of wish it was a bit less like that. I know it's stupid to complain about this shit, but it's something I noticed. My favorite parts of the game were like the ones where you were in first person and there was an actual enemy chasing you, like the blind Lala custard collecting part, even though the AI for the Lala felt weird and none of the custards were in like that precarious of positions, but I liked those sections. They made me think a little bit more about what I was doing, even if it was still like easy. I wish there were more puzzles in it too, because like I can't believe I'm saying this, but the first of the 2 puzzles made me think of the puzzle philosophy in Signalis, where it gives you a big contraption and asks you to just fiddle with it and recognize patterns and what it does, and then like just solve the puzzle. The one in Slendytubbies is like so easy though. There's like barely any actual challenge to it, but still it kind of gave me high hopes that like that's kind of what the puzzle in this game would be like. And like it was like 10 minutes into the game, so I was like, okay, there's gonna be more of these, like there's gonna be a bit more emphasis, but there really wasn't. I don't know, it was kind of disappointing, I guess. The other puzzle was just the one where there's like 5 switches, and when you flip one, it flips the 2 next to it, and I just brute forced it because I'm stupid as fuck. All in all though, I do enjoy the aura of these games a lot, and it's a really interesting creature to observe, but I find what Slendytubbies 3 does to be more boring to me than like some of the most asinine shit some of the other games in this list tell you to do. Just kind of because like I don't like the general hand-holdiness of it, and like how it feels like AAA game, and it tries too hard to be that. I don't know. But I'm gonna put it in B tier for that. I know my criteria is so stupid. I feel like some of these I don't even talk about the gameplay, and others it's all I talk about, but like whatever. Stuff sticks out different in different games, I guess, so whatever. So we're gonna move on to Death Force 2 now, because that's what I feel like. Of all the games that I played for this list, this is easily the one to just scare the shit out of me the worst. Like, oh my god, dude. This game is like unironically really stressful and really freaky. Like I don't know, like the main mechanic of it is you have this camera that it doesn't get rid of enemies, but it stuns them for like a short split second. So it's like an ever constant threat. You can only just like make it easier to get around them whenever they get to you, and that would, that'd be really easy, but the control scheme in this game is really hard to use. It is like first person tank controls, right? And they don't give you an option to like quick turnaround or anything, so like maneuvering this character to like keep the enemies at bay or whatever and like move around them efficiently, it's really stressful and it's really hard, and it's like, is it trying to pick something up while you're getting chased by some shit, and your character like needs to go through all her like text dialogue before picking it up, and it's like just like spamming the click button, like pick it up, like please bro. It's like, it's actually very smart the way it's set up, and it never really felt unfair either. Like I felt like I was fully in control and able to defend against everything in it. So like gameplay wise and like scare wise, this is the one that like easily impressed me the most out of everything here, pretty much. I would recommend, if you do play this, to have a guide up to help you what you do, especially because like if you can't read Japanese, I don't think there's an English translation of it. At least I couldn't find one. I didn't even look that hard, but and having a guide up doesn't really take away from the challenge of it and the fear. It just kind of gives you more idea of what you're even supposed to do in it. You can probably figure it out on your own though, but when I first saw Death Force 2, I mainly just wanted to play it because of the visuals. I thought it looked really interesting, and I do really still love how it looks a lot. It's like, it kind of has like and it's like a PS2 era type visuals, but it's like a bit more, it doesn't look like it could run on the PS2, but it has the similar ethos and like kind of like aura to it, I guess. And it's a really interesting set piece too. It's like this calm like sunset with this forest you know, like autumn forest, and it's with this like super warm color palette, and like I don't know, it's really pretty, which is weird because it's like a really scary game, but like honestly it like having, because there's a bit of downtime, so having this like really like quiet and somber backdrop and kind of atmosphere you can like fall back into whenever you're in a safe zone, and like the kind of feelings that is elevated more when you like actually get to somewhere where you can like chill the hell out and you're not dealing with anything. It's like, it's really nice. I really like how this game looks, and like, yeah, I don't know, I really enjoyed playing this one. Like completely no camp, no like charm, no like silliness. This one was just like really good, and I'd recommend you play it if you're interested. It really freaked me out, and it's a really pretty game. It takes a second to get into, you know, you might be confused as hell, but once you get into it, it's actually very fun. I'd recommend it. So I tried playing Out Oni 2 to put on this because I thought it was fucking stupid and looked really funny, and I was so intrigued by it. But first of all, this shit made me install BlueStacks to play it, and that is already enough to get it a D tier on its own. But also when I opened it up, it had the worst mobile joystick I've ever seen. It was so bad, and it made me so mad. I just uninstalled the game and BlueStacks and like just like put it at D tier, which is deserved because I fucking hate BlueStacks, bro. Oh my god. But it didn't even seem that interesting enough anyway, so like who cares. I just thought I'd mention it because it's funny. Next up, we're talking about Kana.exe. Dude, fuck yes. I freaking love this game. The main gameplay loop of Kana is switching between this Yumeniki type exploration game and your in-game computer desktop, finding clues on the internet or in the in-game game files to progress more in the in-game game that you're playing. It's not very long, but I really like this game, and that length is really the only thing holding it back for me. The puzzles involved where you explore your computer aren't like too cryptic, but they aren't like really easy either, and it's still engaging to poke around its world and piece together whatever happened and just kind of explore everything. It's really nice. The atmosphere of it too is like really good. Like I love this like strange and like curious little world inside the game, and your very calm and quiet desktop with rain pouring in the background in that one area near the end that looks like a Gmod map. There's so much wonder exploring the Kana.exe, and it feels very cozy looking for clues on your desktop. It's very nice. The art for it is also super duper freaking cute, and I freaking love it. Freaking yay! Some might look at this game and say it has like fake soul or whatever, and I say those peoples are really just nothing burgers, too blind to realize they live in a world full of everything bagels. And that's my stance on that. I like this game a lot. I put it 8 tier. So there are a few games I was planning on playing for this, but I just I don't know, I decided to just watch videos of them instead. The first one being The Theater, which I didn't play because it's old and I was scared that it would lock my computer and I wouldn't be able to close it. So I just watched Markiplier. I watched him play it. This game looks like the one game that was like a recreation of a random coordinates in Russia. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? There's two versions of this one. I like the old one because it looks like a virus, and the new one it doesn't look like a shitty old PC game, so it kind of loses part of the creepypasta, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I have to say about The Theater. I don't even know where to put it because I just watched a video about it, so I'm not gonna place it. But also I watched I watched Yub, the first 2 episodes of Creepypasta Land, because I remember it from when I was a kid. I was really expecting to love this one and find it really funny, and it was mostly just boring. And Yub from like 2016 is really obnoxious, so I just stopped. But yeah, those are the 2 that Alright, now it's time for fucking Luna Game 3D, bro. Oh my god. It's fucking Luna Game 3D. Luna Game 3D was one of those things that like so immediately grabbed me from the instant I saw what it looked like. Like, it was crazy. I think at the stories in the video that I made on this game, where like I saw the Oli Ravioli video. I've been saying her name wrong ever since I started mentioning her in my videos, by the way. The Oli Ravioli video of it, and I just like clicked on it and I saw it and I was like, I fucking need to play this shit. Like that night I set up a stream to play it. I like, when has that really ever happened for me? Probably like a few times, I can't remember, but that's like crazy. I was like hooked immediately from this game, and that's like the style of it is like so unique. It's this in like a mix of like I said, the Doom engine with RPG Maker textures, but they're not even really like set up like that well. Like sometimes it'll just look so stupid, like with like it just doesn't make any sense why things are where they are. It'll just like, I don't know, it's so interesting, but like I genuinely love how this game looks so much. It's so cool, and like the game itself, like what you do in it and the story is like so unbelievably absurd, and it's impossible to even take any of it seriously at all. But at the same time, I'm just like so hooked. Like, what is even gonna happen next? This shit is like insane. What the hell is even going on? You know what I'm saying? And my first playthrough this was like 4.5 hours, and I was hooked. Like my eyes were like drooling, eyes glued to the screen on this stupid game. It is really long. That's another thing. Like the 4.5 hours, the last whole hour was on the final boss, which is so buns, by the way. I hate that final boss. I hated it. The only thing saving me was that I got on a call with friends while doing it. Like, if I had to do that shit like with my own thoughts, bro, it would be over. What was I even saying? Yeah, it's a bit too long, and a lot of the length of it comes from just like doing these stupid mazes that are just so like long, and just like I hate them. But yeah, and that's kind of leads into the other thing, where like how fun it is super inconsistent. Half the time you'll be doing some really like creative, really charming, really like funny or interesting thing, like the game show or whatever with Pinkie Pie, and the Pinkie Pie boss afterwards. That was genuinely fun for me, and like I like there's kind of a rhythm to how you would fight her that you had to maintain, or else you'd get hit yourself, and it was actually like really fun. And like and then like sorry, like immediately after that you do like this like bullshit maze, and it was just like, oh my god, like the green hell, bro, the fucking green hell. I never ever want to go back to that. But still though, Luna Game 3D is one of my favorite things that's ever been put on the internet. It is like, so, like the other stuff in S tier have been more like profound, but I think Luna Game 3D is like pure childlike whimsy. Like for this creepypasta stuff that I have, like personified into one thing. It's one of the most memorable, most fun, stupid first playthroughs I've had of something, and it might have made me low-key lose my mind a few times, but like, bro, this shit is one of a kind. It is like it's like so interesting. I love Luna Game 3D. Luna Game 3D kind of encompasses a lot of why I really look back fondly on a lot of the creepypasta games in this list. You know, like the campiness, the visual styles that are just very interesting and weird and amateur, and all that kind of stuff that kind of draws me to them now that I'm older, and like I think more profoundly about things, I guess. And it was truly really something I could play for the first time that really felt like something I would fall in love with when I was a little wee baby in a universe where I liked MLP, I guess. Like, it really did feel like that, and it was like low-key kind of an eye-opening experience. Like, I feel like if I never played Luna Game 3D, I would have never made this video. And like, my love for them that I talked about in the B3313 video was still in my heart, but I think Luna Game really brought it out of me and brought it to the forefront and made me go, you know what, these games kind of do have sauce, and Luna Game 3D has sauce that I don't think really anything else can ever compare to, really, at all. So yeah, that's why it gets S tier. So next we're going to be talking about B3313, which I've already made a video about, which is hour 16. You can go watch it if you're so inclined, you know. It goes a lot more in depth on why I like it so much, but the short answer, this game is really fun. It's really easy to get lost in it, and the atmosphere is really great. And on top of that, it's very reminiscent of old like creepypasta shit in some ways. It's kind of like a modern retelling with like new shit that like a modern day internet horror type stuff, which is really cool and interesting. It's like a neat hybrid little thing, you know, brought out my love for it a little bit more. Similar vein to Luna Game 3D type shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah. That's it, gets S tier. Yay! Okay, the final game I'm gonna be talking about is SML Wiki. I have in my bullet pointed notes right here. The first point is it's like if Lomando was America, and like that is like kind of pretty much what it is. So SML Wiki was something that I knew about for quite a while, but it wasn't something I really super cared about until I started thinking about it more for this video. I kind of was just like, yeah, this is something that like fills the same sort of niche as like Lomando. Like it's all gory and nasty, and it like kind of fucks. It's like awesome looking, but it's still got a little bit of lightheartedness to it, way more so than Lomando. But still, it sort of has that mix of that in it, and it's like a flash point. It's not flash. It's like point and click type stuff. I was like, this is like Lomando. Yeah, it's cool. But like thinking about it more, this game is like kind of really cool. This game is really just a big love letter to like pretty much the entirety of the like the internet as a whole. And then like I feel like its creator really just had that same fascination with stupid shit like creepypastas and like YouTube poops and stuff like that I do. And like for that reason, it's like it fucks. It's you know, like it genuinely, like it's such a silly concept. It's like the idea of like just this fucked up fandom wiki page for SML is like so funny and stupid, and it's like genuinely like it's so deranged. Like some of the shit you'll see on here and like read is like so funny and stupid, but it's like it still like has so much love and like genuine heart in it. And like it's not like just like, oh, I'm like post-ironic, so fucking funny, like no, it's like genuine. It's really genuine, and yeah, it like really stands out for that. I think what SML Wiki made me realize is that the stuff in S tier that I want in S tier is less just what I had the most fun with, but more what I feel like is like cornerstones of the genre and like kind of encapsulations of internet horror and all the silliness and campiness and intrigue and also genuine passion that they all carry and have within them. And like if I were to point out to games that I think encapsulate why I love these things so much and that I feel exude the same love that I have for the genre itself, I would point to the games in S tier for that. And SML Wiki is literally that. It is the biggest example of that, and on top of that, it is so funny and stupid and like cool looking, and like the image editing is so gross and raw. And like I'm talking about this fucking SML fan project like this, it's so stupid, but like yeah, it's really why I love this stuff, and I feel like it just like, yeah, it's why I love this stuff. That's the best way to describe it. I don't know, maybe I'm being too sappy about this stupid website, but yeah, I feel like this is literally everything that I love about like creepypasta stuff. So yeah.